home regular season. They said loss since 12-13. We will start with Coach and open it up.
Obviously, got to compliment Upstate on their effort, and I think that they, they controlled after about the 6-minute mark of the first half. They controlled the game. Frustrating. We obviously you got to win home games, and tonight our focus wasn't as good as it needs to be. That's on us, and we need to do a better job coaching and make sure the guys are ready. And got to give them a lot of credit. They made plays when they had to, and we made some plays to keep ourselves in the game, but we also dug ourselves a big hole that we couldn't get out of.
Joe, take us through the final play of the game.
Obviously, we were hoping. Obviously we got the stop, and big fellow does a great job. I thought for the most part Trey and Meach did a good job keeping him from away. But I mean, he spun back, got the shot, and it was a tough play. And he's a really good player. So I mean, obviously it was disappointing.
Brandon, you and Zach both made a few big plays down the stretch, getting back into it. Was there something you guys said to each other in the huddle? Just what happened in that last 10 minutes?
Well, we tend to pick up our energy, when it's kind of late. So, I mean, we knew we had to make plays for each other and get each other shots. So, just tried to get to the rim and draw a foul or get another teammate a shot. So,
Zach, when you can kind of take over the game at the end like you did, make clutch free throws like you did, and then the way it ended, I mean, what's that feeling like?
It was obviously disappointing. Like Coach said, we dug ourselves in that hole. And, we got veterans on the team, and we obviously can't be doing that. And I was fortunate enough to be put in situations to make a play and the other teammates' shots, but we just can't put ourselves in that situation.
Joe, does it feel a little bit like you guys kind of played with fire here the last couple of weeks? Each conference game to this point has
There's
been
no
super
doubt.
close.
I mean, at some points they outlaw. Right? I mean, and the most disappointing deal is you get off to a pretty good start and then and then shot selection, ball sticking. I mean, we had more assists, more turnovers than assists. You have 9 assists in the game. That's not good at all. And obviously defensively they are statistically they're the best in the league, but it's a lot easier to guard when the ball sticks.
Joe, it seems like at the towards the end of the first half, like you mentioned, that the ball was sticking. You guys came out of the second half and kind of found your groove again. What did you guys do? What did you stress at halftime to get out of the ball sticking and try and find your offense again?
We talked about playing with some energy and getting them. I mean, we did get the ball moving. We got back up 4, and then almost had a chance to break it to 6. We got the deflection, and then we did step out of bounds, and they ended up also timely, transition threes. When you seem like you got some momentum, we give up transition threes, leave a guy in the corner, and those things can't happen.
You were seeing a couple times in the second half saying, "Wake up." What was it that you weren't seeing, and especially with a first home game in ASUN and a blew out, and everybody was excited? Why do you think your players
Bill
weren't
Belichick
up?
just said it. The home court doesn't mean anything. I mean, you think because you play at home you're going to win. That's not. You don't respect the process of it. That's what ends up happening. And then tonight we were expecting to play well at home. We haven't. We did, and we got what we deserved.
And JIT coming up on Saturday, you got to look at this one real quick and then move on.
Quick turnaround. Obviously, with Lynn and Coleman, they got some guys that can score and shoot it and put you in harm's way because they make a bunch of threes also.
What was the biggest thing when it came to this game and the 3-point line? When it came to
you got to make
defense?
sure you're matched. I mean, if they're not running this particular spot, so when you run back, if your man's in the corner, you got to get to the corner and make sure you're matched up.
Was it something about them just making shots, or was it about your defense?
Both. I mean, I think, and I thought their energy was better. And obviously, when you make some shots, you see the ball in the back, go in the basket, you get some confidence. And statistically, they've shot. They make 10 a game. So I mean, they were at just over their average.
Brandon, I know this one hurts, but I mean, how quickly do you need to just kind of get past it and move on?
Tomorrow, it's a quick turnaround. Like you said, we play Saturday, so got to focus on the next team. Big personnel game. They got Coleman and Lynn, great scorers, and they're overall a good team. So can't dwell on it too much. Watch film tomorrow, then focus on the next game.
Why do you think that the energy was maybe lacking at some points in the game when coach is telling you guys wake up?
Honestly, I mean, it starts before the game. I don't think we had much energy earlier in the day, and that kind of leads to, the game. So we just got to start the day off right, get each other going, communicating, talking, and, just making each other better, So.
Are you surprised that, with your first ASUN opener here at home, that it would be like that to start the day?
I'm surprised, but I mean, it happened, and we can't change it. We just got to fix what we did wrong and just focus on the next game, honestly.
Zach, what can you learn from this game? I know this feeling sucks, but what can you take from it, at least positively?
Positively, I think we obviously showed that we could play better defensively. We showed that in the last 5 minutes of the game, that we could definitely be pressuring people more. We could definitely get good shots and not settle and just make the extra pass. So it shows where we should have been. And I think, unfortunately, we did lose the game, but at the end of the game like that, hopefully we can carry it over to practice tomorrow and so on and so forth.
What do you think about NJIT coming in on Saturday?
They're a good team. They're a good three-point shooting team, just like many teams in our league. And so we just got to come ready to play and not take anybody for granted. We just got to approach the game the same way we do any other game.
Is it uncharacteristic that you guys weren't shooting as well from the three-point line as you normally do?
Yes, but it happens. It happens to NBA teams, college teams, high school, at any level. The ball not always going to drop. We got to always have like a defensive character. And so when you have that, you shouldn't be worrying because shots going to fall. You're going to make plays, but if you have your defensive character, you should be okay.
Joe, what do you hope that your team is going to learn from this, just as a learning experience?
There's a lot of things. I mean, energy finds the ball, and that's what happened.
Same question about the shot making. I don't know, anything you can add to what Zach was saying about just the degree of cold spell that you guys went through? There were some bunnies that just wouldn't drop.
Well, that's part of it, unfortunately, and I think they all feed off of one thing: energy.
Joe, during the game, it seemed like you had a lot of different rotations out there. I know at one point you had 2 freshmen, 2 sophomores, and Mark on the floor. Were you trying to get a feel for some more rotations, now that you guys are in like that last stretch of just conference games and then the ASUN tournament?
Mitch had some foul trouble, and then Trey needed a breather, and then we had some of the other perimeter guys retired, so we had to give them a little breather. And I mean, that wasn't an ideal deal, but at some point we're trying to find 5 guys that we're going to do what we need them to do.
A little bit of a shocker, right? I mean, you guys keep pulling these games out, and I know you always have confidence especially when it's going that way at the end, that you're going to win.
Definitely.
Anything else?
Thanks, guys.